Friends, how are you? In the last segment, I tried to explain to you what is the difference between science, psychology, social sciences, then philosophy, and then religion, how they are interconnected. And sometimes the people, they take religion like feel allergic. Perhaps it is something different. It is something about divine. It is the God is there. He is going to catch us, and we will be in trouble. So they run away. Why we should listen something which may create within us a negative kind of feeling because we are not doing, and it is a kind of inner guilt feeling that make a person to run away. But they don't know that. The creator is more, I may say, loving. We will in some segment tell you that there's 99 name of his greatness, that how great he is, and he's there to forgive his people, give him this blessing, because person has not come with this by his own self. These all blessing, how he got knowledge, power, this and that, enjoying it. This such a big universe, nobody can count and nobody can have a record it, but it is for the mankind. But mankind is very selfish. They only think and concerned about their own self and nothing more, nothing less. So let us come to the point. Number one is this. Number two is this, that people say that it is just here and say every person come, they have religion. This I discussed in the previous segment also, that how the people think about these things, and they have misunderstanding. Question is this: if you do not read a thing, if you do not have the knowledge, how you can make judgment on here and say? This is the tragedy with the mankind. He takes certain data, then he add in it. I mean, that is the way you know in our daily life, rumors take place, misunderstanding take place, and due to misunderstanding, there are fights, killing, and this. Human beings are very, uh, uh, hasty in nature, so they do not go into it. So, in order to learn these things, one should have been calm, cool, and relax, and learn and read between the lines and what's the message, because we are human beings, but the knowledge which is given to us is divine knowledge. It is the creator who are knowing our nature, what we are and what we are not. In order to justify those questions which various politicians and other people, scientists and atheists and other kind of people have made, that well, we don't need this and that. I mean, if it is so, they must know and read this book and say, from where you have come, who have given this life, you can be in trouble anytime, you can have a death, you are all planning us of no use. This is one surah it called Surah Luqman, the great prophet, and he was a great known, I may say, scholar also. He says, Allah says, just ask these people, do you know where you will be, when you will die, where you will be at this moment, with whom, what you will be doing. You may have a plan, but you don't know. Time and space is not in your control. And same is about, you know, people make judgment. I'm going away from my topic, my main concern. So, in order to know the knowledge, one should be not only knowing these things, one should read it and then digest it and then act on it and then feel it. Then you can know what is a religion. Otherwise, it is a story. You go every Sunday, Friday, have a sermon and come, oh, hello, hello, oh God, forgive. God is not forgiving like this way. You may do all the dirty evil thing and say, oh God, we have gone, God will bless us and a good thing. Reason this, there's accountability. This is the reason this religion, the religion which is based on accountability without any discrimination, is the best religion. God is one, so there is no discrimination that this person is forgiven. In the old time and even nowadays, the people say, we are selected people. We will not be asked to the question. Allah say, ask them, can you show us what you have made a contract with the God? That way God will not ask you any question and you will do the evil thing. Same is about those people who say, well, prophets are this, and this. I mean, they are very selected people, but they have gone through psychologically sometime problem, and then they pray to God, oh God, I did this mistake, and forgive me. My one segment, which is in Urdu, it is like 25 program I am recording nowadays about love. What is the love? What is the love of God with the human being, and in the love, how people make mistake, and what are the various form of love, and how the people become evil, killing, treating each other in a negative way. If they are good and they should be like angel, then why God has created? The reason this, we are human being, we need guidance. We need guidance. Say that, as I previously told you, the answer which psychology could not get so many times, although the Greek psychology says psychology is science of soul, and then again come psychologist Titchener, he says psychology of mind. They say we don't see soul, we don't see mind. If you open the Quran, it says what is the soul, what is soul, and what is the body. You are running after studying a body, but you are not looking the inner self. Inner self is a life, light, like God, and it is come from paradise in the mankind, and it will go back. And you are in this world. When this soul go back, your body is of no use. You just buried in the graveyard. Question is this, then we should study what is, I may say, ruh, what is the spirit, what is the mind, and you are running after the body. So, unfortunately, if you don't mind, we are getting superficial, subjective knowledge too much, and adding in it with our personal theories called lahu. I also use in Islam, it say you add thing in it and you do not read the book. Same is the problem about the Quran. The one you take from the mouth of people who say we are Muslim but they do not act on it, then they have a sect. Every person has a problem interpreting it, and resultantly the real Islam is in the book. Nobody going to read the book when they go on shortcut techniques. So please, if the people are doing wrong, and if their wrong concept of Muslim, it is the problem of Muslim, not Quran and not Islam. God is God. If you like him or don't like him, he is in power. You may be atheist, polytheist, whatever it is. He is the authority who has made it, because he made these atheists, polytheists, and other kind of people to see how people's mind is working. But one thing it has clear to mankind: listen, I have given you the freedom of choice. So it is up to you. You may select whatever you may take out of a club. You may see good people, bad people, and you may have this or that, whatever activity. You may drink, or you may help the mankind. It's up to you. So keeping back to the thing, those who are interested to know in depth my these books, I'm not just promoting my book, but how I can give my all knowledge of 25 years in a short segment when the time goes up. This is the third volume called Psychological Foundation of the Quran, and it says Islamic mental health direction presented for 30 years ago, analysis with solution. I always talk with solution because I'm not that keep on talking without a solution. If you have a good analysis, then you can find out the solution out of that analysis, and then you reorganize it, then you are successful. The one who is defeated, they can become a successful. That's the reason in Quran, I'm now going to start using the word. If those who are very much interested, they go from, I may give you the chapter particularly on it. Just a minute, please. I have to see it. Chapter name. The chapter name is, just a minute, sir. It is chapter is a Islamic mental health system presented for 1430 years ago with with its comparison to current concept. Current concept means various kind of psychologists, religious concept, and other kind of thing. So this is the chapter. If you go through it, then you need not to go in other detail. Now I'm going back to my main concern. Main concern is this: I'm going to give you certain principle which is written in it. With every verses at the end of it, and the second and third, it is written that you should use like this. Yaqaloon, mean why you are not using senses? Why you are not using your logic? So in that respect, I'm going to give you what are the main principles. You can read in depth of that one. I have no time to give you in it. Number one, it says A. It is called Yashaduna. You should testify, bear witness, and observe the facts with open eyes and feel the universe by application of senses without any predisposition or collective unconscious power prevalent in society or ignored or imposed society by the family heads. Number two, Yalamuna, know to be educated or get knowledge of the universe with an objective approach without any subjective confusion and limitation. Then it says, Yakelun, grasp intellectually and comprehend, apply reasoning power with objectivity and apply inductive and deductive logic to draw conclusion based on personal observation and scientific experimentation. And then it says, uh, Yatawakkalun, rely upon, dependent on this knowledge, and you should have trust on God based on the belief or monotheism and Almighty God. It has given what it is from life to death, and it has given all creature their creator, provider, merciful and kind, and it's all kind of quality. Then it says, uh, Yattakun, only depending on Allah by fearing not to commit any disobedience and the quick to do the good deeds for getting upon it. Then it say Yatabassarun, mean visualize, seek, sight, all the element by looking into the facts objectively without involving in subjectivity, rigidity, or any predisposition while observing Allah sign in the nature, studying the Quran to find knowledge and wishes in daily life affair. Yeah, then it's a yasamun, here listened attentively when facts are presented to get light, insight for self correction, so that you may not add any kind of thing in it. Then it's a uh, yanzarun, observe physically elements, pay full attention to seek the realities of the natural system running under the command of Almighty Allah. Then it's a yaslamun, submit knowledge given to you, acceptance of prophets and the Quran commandments and his messages to various aspects of life, belief in set standard of reward and punishment on rebirth, so and so on day of judgment. Then it's a yatafakkarun, think deeply, sorry, mindfully observed, worry about the consequences of each action, as on the day of judgment each one will be have to pay the price of evil deeds and aggressive action done in his life. Then it's a Yafrahun, rejoice, contain happiness. When people follow the Quran and monotheism of Prophet with devotion and patience, they should be happy to be on the day of judgment. I mean, you should see the positive thinking, the positive aspect of life, not only just thinking that you will be in trouble. Allah say, I will forgive every person who have done everything, but only those who have disobeyed me, who are tyrant, who are disbeliever against me. They have so many gods. I am the only God. They have created so many gods by their own self and their own mental creation. I have not asked them to make these things, because God never said that when your prophet is gone, you are in his love to start worshipping him by making his idols, or you ask him for help when they were my human being like you. Rasulullah said, oh mankind, I'm like you. I'm born, all the prophets born, eat, drink, they live in this world, they have everything and interaction with the people, and we are the people. Well, only we have been chosen because we have given a certain power to receive the message of God, revelation. Otherwise, they are like us. So he used to say, I'm also scared like you. What will be my fate on the day of judgment? These are the statement of the lost prophet. And we have made so many stories. Oh, I should do this. And they are giving ritual. They are doing those things exaggerated, which they have not said. So they say you go to the grave, to pray for forgiveness for those people, and you go, oh, you are the dear saint, help me. I mean, if he has died, how he can help you? Why he is not answering you to your question? People don't use it. These all things are written in the Quran. Then it say, uh, yatahaddu yata yatadabbar means yatadabbarun. He say, ponder, look into the meaning, and getting insight and lesson for self correction based on the detail of its and full of previous nation presented by the explaining in the principle of the creator. If they follow extreme behavior, you will be in trouble. I mean, Islam is against extremities. So every extreme, even if you are doing a praying, if you are extremist, you are abnormal. Allah say, no, I'm not going to make you a trouble. You are cruel to yourself. I said, you just obey me. Your intention should be good. You should pray. You should involve. You should thank me because I bless you. Whenever I bless you, you thank me. You in this world, whenever you get something, you thank to him so many times. You go to his house, give flower and this and that. If you go to the boss, you'd go very organized, a very polished manner. Well, when you go to prayer, how you call God, in what condition you go to him. So you don't need any kind of, I may say, approach to see a big man. You don't need any kind of approach. Your ruh is connected with your God from the day of birth to day of death, and on the day of judgment it will come to you. So you have a direct connection with your God. I mean, you say, oh, I can see. You can see. 80 has proved this thing. You know, artificial intelligence has proved this thing, that this thing can be happen between two living being without any connection. You can harm him. You know, you see what is happening in modern day technology in war, how they are using drones and this. Now there is no question that oh, psychology say where is the mind, where how I can see. You can see these things because these are invisible things, and but you can feel it. So and you can live with it. Life, feeling, thinking is your ruh. When it is gone, body is useless. So we pray, we are after the love of the body, body. We are not looking what is the inside of that person. We polish our outside too much. We never polish our inner self, which is more important. And you can do it through these principles in your practical life. You don't need a specialization in it. Okay. And then it says, next is, uh, Yaflahum mean when you work on it, implement it, and act accordingly. Application of five pillars of Islam and regularly praying and other kind of uh, questions like human rights, uh, sharing, caring. This life is very beautiful if you enjoy, share, care. And God said, I give some person more health than the other. Why? I want to see how those who have power, how they give to other, and they should realize how the person in hardship is in need of it, so they should learn from it, then how I'm helping the mankind in this respect. So there are other lot of things like uh, yash Yashkarun, then human being should owe to the gratitude to the Allah because He has given from birth till death, and then he should not be Yazlamun, he should not be extremist, he should not be opponent, and they should be given Yansarun. I mean, there are so many things I cannot give you in this one short system. Then say, uh, Yes, yes, Baroon. Allah say, your best reward for those who have patience. Mean this is written in it. Then say, Yakh Yakhfaroon. You forgive people. You should mean ask for forgiveness from Allah. He will forgive you if you have done wrong because you are in control of your emotions and you did lot of wrong thing. So it is and then it say Yatahaddun and get guidance, and then you apply the middle path, and there is reinforcement system and other kind of thing. I'm sorry, again time is up, but if you go to this chapter, you will see lot of references, lot of the things. In the end, I will say lastly that if we have a time, I can give you this. It may be extra. You may like to listen it or not, because when I was doing it, I was listening that I should talk and I should give also at the end something. The people should understand it, that what is God, what is this thing. So this is from Surah Maryam.